is that when you're in that room, that private room, hopefully, the nurses will come check on you frequently, and they don't care.
Well, I mean, it's not that they don't care. Hey!
Hola! Hi guys, welcome to the Raw Parenting Podcast. This is where we speak the unfiltered truth. This is what new parents need to hear and what current parents can relate to.
Woohoo! So excited!
Today's topic is now you have the baby, now what?
Ooh, it's a scary thought.
Oh my goodness.
Especially with your first.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, you guys really should at least watch this.
Yeah.
And see what we have to say, because I think we have something valuable to bring.
For sure. And then we also have an expert link if you want to check that out too, which we've compared a few links with our stories and they line up pretty similarly.
Yeah.
The website we have is called verywellfamily.com. So we'll link that down below if you want to check it out. It's got some really good information, especially if you have like a C-section or how to take care of yourself at home, like a lot of good information.
And what we're talking about today is mostly natural births.
100% naturally birth.
Yes.
Okay. Not natural. Sorry, I should clarify because I had medication.
Exactly.
There's a difference.
Yes.
Like, controversy.
All right, Mallory. Bring us the process. Show us what it's like.
Oh, PTSD is happening right now. Okay, so basically, you birth the baby. Here it is. Here's our little baby.
That's it. It's simple as that.
Simple as that. That's it.
Don't make it too complicated, guys. Come on. Like, yeesh. Just take it easy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically, plop it right on your chest. That's typically what happens. I don't know. Depending on your situation. If
they wipe it off first. Don't worry, guys.
Not necessarily.
Oh, really?
Not necessarily, no. Right? Because like when they first drop it on you, they're kind of like cleaning it as it's on you.
They're wiping it off.
Yeah.
The liquids.
Yeah.
And it's just like a crusty, like...
Yeah, and like white.
Like a fresh apple pie or something with a white powder on top. It's weird.
Anyways, so you have this baby on you. And then after that, they will take the baby. They will do the weight and the height. And they'll put like little tags on their tiny little wrists. Oh my God. And their tiny little feet. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
I do.
Oh, so cute.
And they give you toques.
If you're in Canada, your baby gets a toque.
Because it's snowing outside, probably.
Even in August or, the summertime.
We got to walk back to our igloos.
Yeah.
And...
Hey, fun fact is it actually snowed the year we were born, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't know that because you weren't born here. But it did snow in August in 19... I don't think I want to say my
99. age. We're just a bunch of Gen Z kind of people, you know what I'm saying?
We'll just stop right there. So after that, then the mom will typically like go get showered.
Yeah, it's like a hard workout, you get rinsed.
And you get to like sit on a chair and feel like you're like 80 years old and just like...
blood drenching out. It's nice.
It's such a sweet, sweet sight. Hey, yeah. What did you think? What did you think of like seeing me give labor for the first time?
Yeah.
And like you getting to hold Peanut for the first time?
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy as a dude seeing it all. Because like you're experiencing it and I'm seeing it. Mm-hmm. And it's like two totally different narratives, I feel like. Mm-hmm. But yeah, me seeing it, the whole process was crazy. I'm going to show you my exact face that I make throughout the whole thing.
Please don't.
All right, let me get in character. It's probably something along the like... For like 2 hours, I'm just like...
Pee my pants. Oh my God. My bladder's not like it used to be after having 2 kids.
No, that changes too. As a dude, you're just like, what the frick is going on here? What are they doing to my wife? And it's just a baby, but like, holy smokes, it's crazy. Yeah, it's wild. Like the last...
show my faces too?
Oh, your face is so pretty. Are you want to do it and try it?
No. I'm just
I mean, like when it comes to like the pushing moments, like the last 15 minutes of like the baby actually coming out, that's pretty intense. Because like, it's like fourth quarter, you just got to get ahead of the game. And no, I'm just kidding. It's crazy. It's a team effort.
Well, because they always say that like a man doesn't really know until you're holding your baby for the first time. Like it doesn't hit you that you're like a parent now.
Some of it's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say for me, that was true. Mm-hmm. It didn't really hit me till I think even during that moment, it didn't feel real.
Right.
It was when and we'll get to that. It was when we were in the other rooms.
Right.
That I was like, you were asleep and I was holding little peanuts. And I was like, oh. But yeah, it's as a dude saying, it's surreal. It's so crazy. I can't even explain it. But the best way I can is just, your girl's a trooper. She's tough as nails. I can't go through that stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, glad you're the one going through it.
Okay, so well, thank you for your...
Oh, yes. Of course, anytime.
Okay, so next after that, after your little shower, because you probably won't get one for the next
No.
days.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they move you to the maternity ward. And so this is where hopefully you have a private room. Hopefully you're not sharing.
Yeah.
Shared with our second, and that was...
Yeah, no.
I mean, thankfully, our shared room, they didn't actually have their baby. Well, this sounds so terrible. They didn't have their baby. They had the baby in the NICU. But I was just thinking, I'm like, man, what if I was sharing with another baby? Like,
seriously,
what if their baby
crying?
starts crying, then it wakes our baby
I
up? And
know.
then, like, oh my God, shared rooms are so terrible.
Yeah. I mean, ask your hospital to not do share rooms if possible.
Yeah, if it's available for you, I would definitely recommend
what we
it.
would have changed for sure if we could have asked, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think they didn't have anything. Like, our hospital is going through renovations, blah, 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 like they have been for the past, like, 5 years.
New flooring, new cabinets.
Anyways, yeah, I would definitely recommend a private room
Yes.
if you are able to
For sure.
do so.
Yeah.
And again, in the States, don't know about how that works, but you probably
Yeah.
have to pay. We still had to pay a little bit, technically.
Yeah.
In Canada. But anyways, okay, so after that, you get moved, and then that's when shit gets real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy. Yeah.
It's basically like, all right, you're a mom now, you're a dad now, like, here you go. And you're like,
Pretty much. Yeah. It's,
now what? You
yeah.
know?
I mean, there's a lot of guidance.
There is a lot of guidance, but like it just feels so sporadic. So you go into your new room and you get situated. You have your little baby beside you in this like cute little bed, and then it's got like plastic around it so they can like look at you.
And the
Do you
toque.
remember Peanut? Like when she got swaddled by a nurse, let me tell you, like she was just so happy.
So happy.
And she just would like look at you through the glass and just
Yeah.
blink with her little demon eyes because they're like pure black. And you're like,
yeah.
I just love you so much.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they're not cute either. So
Yeah. They're kind of cute.
I mean, they're cute in their own way, but like
When they're all
let's be
swaddled up,
honest.
they're cute, but
They're cute.
when they're like just all out and they're like this, and they're like,
They don't know what's happening with their
yeah,
wings.
and then the long fingers, and yeah.
Yeah, but like cute in its own way for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
But like,
Yeah.
I mean, this whole thought of like every baby's beautiful. It's like not when they're first born. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
It's a raw truth, everybody.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
It sure is.
Anyways, okay, so after, again, you get to experience what it's like. So for me, I did the breastfeeding route. And
How was
they
that?
had... breastfeeding was super hard for me. I mean,
Yeah.
that could be a whole nother situation. It was so difficult. I thought big boobs, it wouldn't be an issue. That was always my thought going into it. I was like, I won't have any problems with feeding my child. But I just had so many problems latching. But yeah, it's just like everything was fine. It's just like, well, first of all, both of our babies had tongue ties.
Yes.
So that didn't help. But yeah, I was just like getting proper latching was just very difficult for me.
And
But the nurses were really good
Yeah.
in trying to help you.
seriously, and they switch different positions.
They
You
did.
got the football.
Yeah.
You got
But I feel like they didn't give you like all the options. They were just kind of like between a few. So that would have been kind of nice if they gave you more, because we had a nurse come to the house and she gave me a lot more information on that. But anyways, regardless, they do help you with that, which is so great.
Yes.
They also help you like change diapers, and they help you
goodness.
swaddle your baby, and like ways to kind of like calm your baby down and what they need maybe. So that was all so great.
Yeah, it really made us feel just safe and so much better and a little confidence.
And then so we really were terrible at swaddling.
Oh
Peanut.
my goodness.
Even our second, like we don't know how to swaddle. We get the Velcro ones now.
Yeah.
But I remember them showing us, and we were like, oh yeah,
yeah.
like we got this.
Like
I
this,
can-
like this, you put this in your legs.
We even took videos because we're like, we need to see how this is done.
Yeah.
And how many times have you tried? I remember you getting so mad because you just could not swaddle.
Yeah. I still can't, so I don't know what to say. It was like swallowing with like... It was like trying to fit a burrito in like all the stuff in there, and it just explodes at
bursting
the end.
open.
Yeah, it was brutal. I don't like it.
So they teach you all that stuff. They do the first bath with your baby,
Yeah,
which
that's
is like
really cute,
pretty
actually.
exciting because they just love when a nurse baths you, but God forbid when you try and bath your own baby. It's just like friggin'.
It's the presentation that really matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, get your phones out if you want to take a video.
I know they
like,
roll in this little
okay.
trolley thing. They got the bathtub all up on top.
And
so
then your baby's just like in love with the bath, and you're like, oh, that is so sweet.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's really fun. However, they do have to do lots of testing. So they do like hearing test, jaundice test. You might even need a heating lamp for jaundice. What else do they do? They do the vitamin K shots. They're constantly checking your vitals, baby's vitals. You need to get blood work all the time for some reason.
So this is something that the new moms really needs to just know in advance when it comes to, now you have a baby, now what? Is that when you're in that room, that private room, hopefully, the nurses will come check on you frequently, and they don't care.
Well, I mean, it's not that they don't care. It's just like they have to.
They have to.
They have to. They constantly have to like check to make sure your uterus is contracting the proper way. Again, they need to check your vitals and all of that stuff. So
they're checking for really good things.
They are, but like
at the same time,
so interruptive.
Do not expect to sleep. Do not expect to sleep.
You can't, no. Or like they'll like wheel things in really quietly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry, I just need to do this quick. And you're like,
it's 3:30 in the morning.
You're like, like, sure. Here's my arm. Do what you must. And then you have a baby, and like it's the worst when they have to wake your baby to do these tests, and you're like I just got this baby to sleep. But it was so funny. After our first, we did not want to leave the hospital. We were like, please, can we stay and like, can you come home with us?
We were there for 3 days.
We were there for 3 days, but also because Peanut had jaundice, they wanted to monitor. But
we could have stayed a whole week if
we were like, we really don't want to go. Like,
yeah.
So that was really funny. And then our second one popped out, and it's like, get me out of here. Like, holy frick, I need to leave.
We're packing. We got things to do.
Yeah, it was like noon. I'm like, can I go yet? I mean, more responsibilities with the second, obviously. And the nice thing is, more with your second. Yeah. So it does, it gets easier.
It gets better.
As they say.
Your favorite phase.
Oh, I hate that phase so much. So yeah, basically our takeaways from the hospital. Like, what do you think?
I mean, overall, for me, it was a fairly good experience. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely.
I mean, the food was great.
The food is...
The boiled pork chops and the no salt mixed vegetables.
He's not lying.
Yeah. I mean, it's saucy. It's
Is it better than airplane food or worse?
You know what? I actually like airplane food. Airplane food for me, it's pretty top notch. Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Like, it could be way worse. It's like prison food. I've never been to prison, but that's kind of what I expected.
Right. Okay, and so I guess last note is when you do your discharge, you basically have to fill out like all of these papers and stuff, and then they will check your car seat and make sure that your baby is in the car seat correctly. And in my opinion, I feel like they wrench them in there. Like, it's really tight.
Yeah, they like really just like starting a lawnmower. It's like they're like
yeah, it's like, okay, that's a little forceful, and that seems really, really tight. Whatever, they will do that, so heads up.
Yeah,
and of course we can only speak for Canadian hospitals and all of that stuff. Yeah, if you definitely want to check out that link, verywellfamily.com, it will be linked down below if you want to check into that. And then also, if you have your hospital bag packed or not, you should go check out our previous video on that as well, because we go into details about what you should and shouldn't bring and what's useful and what isn't.
Yeah, watch that video because you don't want to overpack or underpack.
Like we did.
Like we did.
The things you learn as you have more babies. Anything else?
What about this? I have a question for you. Now that you've had 2 births at the hospital, would you consider home birth for your third?
Oh, no. I would never consider a home birth. And this is my personal opinion, but I like the safety of the hospital. If anything happens, like, I know that I'm going to be taken care of. And just the knowledge and expertise that they have just is more than enough for me. And each baby that I've had, it seems to be worse each time. So if we were to have a third, like, I don't even want to know how that would turn out like honestly. So I think that home births are just, they're, you know, some people are really comfortable with that, but for me, I just like the security of having people available to me. And because like we had with our second birth, like I had that special doctor come in and stitch me up, like, you know, because of how bad it was.
Yeah. All right, guys, that is it for the end of the video. Please come back next week, and we're uploading every Wednesday. So make sure to follow us, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Ciao.
Bye.